So having the center hole is nice. You can put that around your wrist, for instance, while you're dispensing the tape. But what if you want to make this flatter and take up less space and you want a lot of tape? Well, this one's a little bit big, but this one's about the right size. Here's a orange duct tape, neon orange, which is good for survival situations because you have good visibility. Also good so that you won't get shot by hunters because it's, hunter orange. What you can do is collapse this. What you do is you take a razor knife, for instance, my little Mac 2 design, and then you slice this inner cardboard. And you want to slice just the cardboard, not the tape itself. And you peel away this inner cardboard, and that now allows you to squish this flat. Boy, that's a lot of duct tape. I doubt I'll ever typically need that. And if you find this part annoying, what you do is you make a outer sleeve. Now you've got a nice little flat container of duct tape. Here's a 2-meter quantity of tape, of duct tape, but it has multifunction. It's both a supply of duct tape plus it's an Altoids survival tin clamp. So your tin won't open up while it's in your backpack or your pocket. Acts as a shock absorber, and you've got a nice little 2-meter quantity of duct tape for repairs and emergency situations. This is sort of the normal clamp that I first came up with. Other options would be, for instance, a extended one. Here's one where I've extended the side. I call this a sidecar. This gives you both an attachment loop to your keychain, as well as you can carry extra goods. What would those extra goods be? Well, maybe, for instance, a mini Bic lighter. I show how to attach these with a keychain attachment, and this prevents it from accidentally getting dispensed. So this would be one mechanism to hold it. Maybe instead of this, you might want to use a little flashlight here, a little AAA flashlight. So this is a much bigger quantity of duct tape. Here's a thin one. And here I'm using the sidecar is filled with a Leatherman PS4 squirt, the PS4 squirt, and this would be its keychain attachment. So you can use these for holding more than just the tin. You can also use them for holding extra goods, and the amount that you carry is sort of up to you. Here's a sort of extended one, but the sidecar area, the extra, is on the side rather than the edge. This is just a mock survival tin. It doesn't actually hold any important goods in it, but I've got a combination of a bunch of stuff going on with this design. For one thing, it's wrapped with my parafob design, and if I can undo this, so we have a quick release mechanism for storing paracord. This is a thin gauge paracord. So you've got a whole bunch of paracord, very useful in a survival situation. You can make a lot of stuff out of that. And then underneath we've got the duct tape strap. And it's holding together not just the tin, but also a space blanket. So you've got a full-size space blanket. This is 4.5 feet by 7 feet. Space blankets, besides warmth, they also can act as rain collectors. You can open them up and collect rain. You can make a tent out of it, sort of a little lean-to signaling device, although you really should have a real mirror, but sort of a last-ditch effort. So space blankets have lots of applications. Your supply of duct tape, and then finally here's your survival tin. This one's wrapped with black electrical vinyl tape to keep the inner goods watertight. And I think this is empty. I was just sort of experimenting with making one of these tins. Yep, it's empty. I made a whole video about ways to seal Altoids tins to keep them from busting open. Velcro straps, for instance, would be one option, although they're noisy, so they're not stealthy. The concept is you want to get at something and then reseal it up. The good thing about this clamp design is that it moves on and off easily. So you can, for instance, get at the device you need, put it back, and then reseal it inside the container. These also allow you to carry extra stuff on the outside. I don't know, maybe this wallet ninja, for instance. So I see these as having a lot of applications. You can also make them for different size cases. For instance, you can put them on the little Altoids Smalls containers. This little bit kit, for instance, that I show in my 100 item micro kit. This is a 1 meter length, and I write on the outside the length so I can remember even years later. And that'll protect that from busting open if it falls to the ground, and it also helps reduce the rattle sound a little bit. Hear a difference? Another thing I like about these clamps is they let you hold things. I was originally thinking of calling these cheater clamps. Here's why. There's some devices, this Alox Swiss Bianco Swiss Army knife is one of the smallest devices out there that let you have a full-size, high-quality wood saw. Also useful for making tinder from a cotton cloth that I show in my micro sparker video. These are the biggest size saw that will fit inside a Altoids tin, and you can save a lot of space if you put them upright. But the problem is the Altoids tin does not quite want to shut if you have these in the upright position, but you save a lot of space doing that. The beauty of the clamp design is that it lets you hold the tin shut even if you overpack it. So this would be a way of storing your Altoids tin even if it's overpacked with too much stuff. And then the squash clamps, I forgot to mention, you can also make a sliding sleeve so that rather than wrapping tape around it, you use the amount of tape that you want and then you just slide the little sleeve on it. What I really dig is this clamp mechanism. I think this is such a useful combination of goods. Survival tin clamps, supply of duct tape of any size you want. You can make these thick, you can make them thin, and shock absorption. So I think you kill a lot of birds with one stone with this new clamp mechanism. We're going to move on to Tic Tac boxes instead of Altoids tins. I originally thought about wrapping them with rubber bands because these can be great little survival kits and they're see-through so you know what's on the inside. I then thought, why not just reapply the tape, which is how they're actually put together. These, you open them up, fill them with your goods, seal it, and then you can either put tape over the top, including the Tic Tac sticker itself or a rubber band. But then I said, why not use that same clamp mechanism? Duct tape is, however, thicker or wider than the base of these, so you either have to cut it down or they now make duct tape in thinner varieties. That would be an orange neon one, very good for survival situations. Gorilla tape make a nice thinner one. And you can make a clamp for a Tic Tac survival kit. Here's, for instance, one which is neon orange on one side, and it's filled with a mock survival kit. This is not actually a survival kit, but I filled it up with survival goods to kind of think about how I was going to make these. And this demonstrates how these are two-sided, just like a hunter's vest. So they can be camouflage if you want to be camouflage, or they can be bright neon orange if you want them to be bright neon orange.